of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them, yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people.
That's also said in Revelation 21.
Yep. And all the heath.
Because we're going to come down, the new Jerusalem is going to come down.
Yep.
And the Lord said, the tabernacle of the Most High is going to be with the men. You know? So He going to dwell with us. Like we're going to be the temple,
yep,
of the Lord, man.
And that's why our priests.
They're going to say, surely there is a God within thee. You know? You're going to see, they're going to look to us as gods because the Most High, He's going to dwell, within us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, His power, His Godhead. Okay?
His wisdom.
Yep. And we were always meant to be that because that's, in essence, that's what we are. We're the princes of the power. We're supposed to be gods on the earth.
Right.
But we had to fall like, we had to die like men and fall like the princes.
Yep.
The angels that left their first
state.
state.
Yes.
Now it's funny because when I'm reading the little, not caption, but a summary of what certain verses in the chapter are, in Hebrews 8, it's saying, by the eternal priesthood of Mashiach, the Levite priesthood of Aaron is abolished. That's what it says in the heading there, starting at the top of Hebrews 8.
It's abolished through Yahushua,
Yeah.
through His sacrifice.
Yep.
Because the whole nation will become priests, kings and priests. But he's still going to be
after the order of Melchizedek.
After the order of Melchizedek, but he's still the high priest, Yahushua. Yep. Of which tribe?
Moses spake nothing concerning the priesthood.
Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood, right? Those that can tell that. Let me see if there's a little bit. Verse 28 in Ezekiel 37. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord Yahweh, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. And that's key because it's in this also. Do you want me to read the first, like 3 or 4 verses in Hebrews 8? Now I'm going over to Hebrews 8 now. Yeah, I start at the top of it. It says, now, Hebrews 8 and 1, now of the things which we have spoken, this is the sum, that we have such an high priest who is set on the right hand of the throne of the majesty in the heavens, a minister of the sanctuary and of the true tabernacle, which the Lord pitched and not man. For every high priest is ordained to offer gifts and sacrifices, wherefore it is of necessity that this man have somewhat also to offer, because he was a corruptible man, right? You're talking about those Levitical priests. Verse 5, who serve unto the example and shadow of heavenly things, as Moses was admonished of the Most High that he was about to make the tabernacle. For see, said he, that thou make all things according to the pattern showed to thee in the mount. But now hath he obtained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator, capital M, of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. Hey, this is the code, and that amendment to that the first covenant, which is the second covenant, was huge. That he's going to just write it in us. Man, I'd have been so clutch.
We would have been, if he didn't, we would have been going through the same shit again.
How long?
Yeah,
We're going to continue going through that cycle.
Yeah.
Get right for a little while, half-ass,
That's
repent a little bit, do go off.
That's why this covenant is perfect.
He made it perfect.
He made it perfect because the law was. It said the law wasn't was perfect for the people. So he's gonna make us. He's gonna make us perfect.
right here. Yeah, perfect. Verse 7, for if the first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second. But finding fault with them, he said, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Wasn't it Paul also that said, I think was it in Romans, he said it? Basically, the problem wasn't the law.
Talking about Romans 8. I think it's Romans 8. It's either Romans 8 or Romans 7.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The problem wasn't the law, the problem was us.
Yeah.
And he just said it again, finding fault with them, with the people that wouldn't keep it perfect.
The law is the law is good.
Yeah.
The law is
It's in one of them chapters.
it's good and it's holy.
Yep.
But I'm carnal, soul under sin.
Yeah,
That's
kind.
the one.
Yes,
That sounds like 8.
Yeah, it's 8.
was not made for.
Because before it, down, like I think 12 or 15, he said, that which I hate, that do I.
Yeah.
And then he goes into that part.
He was going in both of those.
Kinda.
If brother skim those chapters.
That one, yeah.
You got it?
I had precept too, but you're still reading, right?
Yeah, no, we gotta go.
I got Ezekiel 36 and 24. For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of the countries and will bring you into your own land. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart of your flesh and give you an heart of, the stony heart out of your flesh, and will give you an heart of flesh.
Yep.
I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. Yep. And ye shall dwell in the land that I gave your fathers, and ye shall be my people, and I will be your power. So it's basically the same thing.
Reiterating the
Yeah.
new covenant. Exactly. You got the other one?
Romans 7 and verse 12. So wherefore the law is holy,
Yep.
the commandment holy, and just and good. That's the one.
Yeah, yep. I think there's more around there, either above or after that, talking about some.
Verse 13. What was then that which is good made death unto me? The Most High forbid.
Right.
But seeing that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good.
The sin in these chains of darkness that was in us made us go off from the law. But it was the way we were created.
That sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin.
Is that it? That wasn't it, right? Yeah.
The Lord's going to take away that carnal nature, you know. The fact that, you know, we have a law in our members that war against our mind, you know. It's a battle, be it in these fleshly bodies. But the Lord's going to, you know, according to his new agreement, his new covenant, he's going to change that. So now we can be perfect and we ain't got to keep going off, you know.
I wouldn't get out either.
And as long as we, you know, have that, we won't be able to sin.
Yeah.
Which means that we'll be able to live eternally.
Right. Because one righteousness is a more.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sting of
death,
the sting of sin is death. That sounds like that. The sting of sin is death, and sin is the transgression of the law. Y'all need to pull in the other ones that you have more. If you got. Oh yeah. Y'all get y'all that y'all had already.
Verse 16. If then I do that which I would
So
not.
like you're in the 7th or 8th chapter.
7.
Come.
Romans 7 and 16. If then I do that which I would not,
Yep.
I consent unto the law that it is good.
Yep. I consent that is good. You see that goes by with yours.
Yeah. What was that? Titus?
First Timothy.
This is 1 Timothy 1 and 8. But we know that the law is good if a man use it lawfully. Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless, the disobedient, for the ungodly, and for the sinners. And we were all of that, you know. At one point, we still are. For unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, and them that defile themselves with mankind,
Homosexuals,
Yep.
whoremongers, pimps,
men stealers, and liars,
kidnappers,
Human traffickers.
human traffickers.
Yeah.
for perjured persons, and if any be other, if
People that were
there be
lied
any,
on. Perjury, I
Yeah,
think
perjury.
is a lie. Yeah.
and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine.
Yeah. He told us to speak truth one to another, just think about the word perjury. Right? Speak honest things one to another. That was it on that, right? We did that in the 8th chapter.
And all those things that was named, once the Lord put the law, statutes, commandments into us according to the covenant, those things will be non-existent within the nation. Those traits will be erased from among Israel. You ain't gonna have no sodomites in Israel. You're not gonna have pimps in Israel.
Right.
You know, you're not gonna have traffickers in Israel.
Right. Pirates and shit.
Yeah, man.
Jean Lafitte. You know about this guy, Jean Lafitte? He was in a time of when all the slave trade was going on. He was a pirate, man. Stealing slaves and hiding them in the Gulf of Mexico. In places like Louisiana and all that, where the French quarter hiding them all throughout there. They have a thing in where I was at before, Lake Charles, called Contraband Days. It's when he would throw a party and then hide the slave ship and the slaves in Lake Charles. So you couldn't see it off the
You
Gulf.
can see, yeah.
And he'd hide them deep in there, and he had a chateau and all this shit back up in there. And they would throw a big party just to throw people off, that they wouldn't go looking for the slaves over there.
That's the old technique of Esau.
Yeah.
Go party.
Distraction.
Bread and
Right,
circus.
circus.
I had a quick precept. It's Tobit 10 and 12 and 10. But they that sin are enemies of their own life.
Yep. They that hate me love death. And hate the Heavenly Father's brother. You want to bring that up?
Romans 8, chapter 8, and verse 20. It says, "For the creature was made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by reason of him who had subjected the same in hope.
Yep.
Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption
Yeah.
into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High."
Yeah, so you gotta really look at it like on that 5th day, when all the creatures were created, we were all creatures of bondage. You know, it was
Bondage to our flesh.
to our flesh. That animalistic mentality we were talking about earlier. But he's gonna free us from that and make us perfect, and thus, and that's why it ties back into that we were looking at earlier. It ties into that earnest expectation that even the animals need us to be in rulership of the planet to get it back right, to the communication to be there. They're not gonna everything's gonna now line up the right way once the sons of God are manifested as the rulership of the earth. But more so starting with our people, because we're gonna be written in us. The laws are gonna be written in us, making us everlasting and always pushing out righteous judgments.
Right.
You know, so this second covenant is man, they found exactly what the problems were within us and fixed them. And Yahweh Shah was that first example of it. You was gonna say something? That was it, right? Yeah. So back in Hebrews 8, yep. It says right here, finding verse 8 again. For finding fault with them, because we were made subject to vanity, right? Darkness. He said, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers,